seem like a Stella kind of bird.
Oh, thanks. So the vest tops.
Right, you need a tank top and a can of Stella. Right. Hello, and welcome to episode 7 of the Be Local podcast. Tonight, we are out just cruising, looking at the amazing sunset and being blinded by the sun. Evening, lads. Yeah, we haven't got guests today. We did have one planned, and then that fell through, and then we had a backup one planned, and then that fell through. Yeah. So you're stuck with us two lovely people.
Yep, talking rubbish, but full of information.
Full of information. How the devil are you, Kim?
I am absolutely fabulous.
Like as in blonde, smoking fags.
Wine, vodka.
I'm absolutely fabulous, darling.
That's a wee bit. This week.
Oh.
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm alright.
I seen your pictures with the goats and the trampoline. Where was that? Where is it?
Well, that's I think gonna be the subject of tonight's conversation. I say that like I'm suggesting it. You suggested it,
yeah.
And I'm stealing the glory here.
Yeah.
I'll let you have your glory. What are we discussing today, Kim?
We're discussing all the fun things that you can do with the kids in the area in the summer holidays and how we've entertained them.
Yeah, because it's not like a pre-guide, like as if to say this is what you could do. No. This is a guide to say this is how we've survived. Yeah. This is how we've managed to do it without locking them in a cupboard for 3 days at a time.
Drowning them.
Yeah, I always had it in my head that when I had kids, I'd be able to be like Julius Caesar, and they could have them like little gladiator ring and make them fight for their dinner. Like one had porridge and the other one got steak, and they had to fight and decide who got it. It's not like that at all. It's not as fun as you imagine when you're a teenager.
I always thought I'd be like Mary Poppins and really love doing absolutely everything, but I feel like I'm more like the women in the children's home in Annie.
Mrs. Hannigan. We love you, Mrs. Hannigan.
No, it's not that bad. I've actually, this summer holidays has been really good with the kids. Like, I feel like my kids have got to an age now where they're so much fun to be around about, and I'm very excited to see that the sarcasm that me and Sean portray on a daily basis is rubbing off on my kids, and not just as sarcastic. I love it.
But it's when they say something that's really inappropriate but perfectly in context.
Oh yeah.
So, for example, Toby stubbed his toe the other day and said, "Oh shit," and I was like, "Excuse me," and he goes, "Mummy said it." I was like, but he obviously knew that what he was saying wasn't supposed to be said. Oh god. We're 3/4 of the way through potty training him, so that's been our achievement. I say it's been our achievement, it's been his achievement. He was like the dream.
Yeah. Potty
training. We sort of showed him the potty, told him he was losing his nappies, and he's had one accident, I think.
Oh, that's good.
He didn't quite master pooing on the potty until very recently. Yeah. But he would do it in a toilet.
Do you know if it's a real achievement? It's not the toilet training. See when they can wipe their own bum.
He tries, but he grabs the whole roll and just wipes in his bum crack. So I've gone in and there's like a mangled up toilet roll on the floor with just a shit smear up the side of it.
And nobody's touching
No, exactly. The other day I said to him, I don't know where this leads. We're going this way.
Yeah.
I said,
Foggie Road.
I said, look, you don't put the whole toilet roll.
We'll go up here and I'll take you to these beautiful lodges that are up here for people to stay in, and there's a stunning holiday home across the road from it as well.
That you clean?
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
But they are stunning. They're stunning.
Yeah, let's go. But so I told him that you can't use the whole roll. You need to take some off and wipe your bum. So the next time I went in, because he likes the door shut, he likes his privacy when he's doing his poo.
That's good.
But the next time we went in, he'd unrolled the whole roll and just chose a random square in the middle of it and used that bit. So it was like unravelled everywhere like the bloody Andrex advert, just then with a poo smear up it.
Well, we spent a couple of nights down at Banfflink, staying in one of the caravans.
Oh yeah.
Which was absolutely amazing, and it feels like, I know it's literally just in the house of where we live, but it feels like you're on holiday. And I mean, I walked back and forth to work and everything, but it felt like we were on holiday. And Harry had one friend staying one night and then one friend staying the next night, and both of them commented on how nobody shuts the door when they go for a pee. And I was like, oh, weird. Is that something you're supposed to teach your kids?
No, that's not weird. It'd be weird if you didn't shut the door when his friends are there. That would be weird. But our toilet's directly opposite the front door.
Oh, so you have to?
Yeah, no, I don't. No. I've had the postie open the door before. Well, I've been sat on the toilet. We've got like this little radiator I put in front of my knees.
Him on the back.
Well, our postie changed the day after. No, but yeah, I'm terrible for it. And the kids are the worst because they'll come in from being out playing and I'll be on the toilet and they'll burst in the door, run to go tell mummy something and leave the door wide open. So I'm sat there like, shut the door! Wait, where am I going? Keep going.
And there's the llamas.
Oh yeah, llama. So so how have we kept the kids entertained through the summer holidays? I'm going to say credit where credit is due. The mother-in-law has been the best entertainment.
She's got to be like the best in the world, She loves having them. Yeah. She
loves having them. She sometimes, like, you can tell when he's like, oh, do you mind having them? She's like, yeah. And then Granddad's like, she's like, oh, we're busy. That's the only ever time she says no, when she gets the look off Granddad. She's so good with them, but she just loves doing stuff with them.
Yeah. And
she found all this stuff for them to do. So they were signed up to like High Five Club, which was down at the Princess Royal.
Yeah.
They were going with Annalise, Natalie's little girl.
Yeah.
And then they were signed up to the sports centre. They called it the. Do they call it the club? What do they call it?
Active something.
Yeah, it's for Active Aberdeenshire, but it was free, and it was like a weekly camp.
Oh, okay.
So they were doing like judo and all sorts of stuff there. So they've been going to that twice a week as well. And then there's been free swimming on. Oh. So they've been doing that. And then Granddad and Mama are taken for walks on the beach, and they're well into lighting fires at the minute, which is a nightmare because I remember when I was a kid.
It's a big no.
It wasn't great. I lit a candle in my room once and my mum come up the stairs and I heard her coming. I shoved it in the wardrobe. I didn't think to blow it out. Luckily, it went out as I slammed the door. But it could have been disastrous.
Yeah.
My mum.
That's something my mum does with the boys when she takes them to the woods and has a wee fire and stuff, and they love it.
Yeah, see, they love it. But I mean, I've got a thing about teaching a 3-year-old how to use matches. I go in and he's got like a big pair of scissors and she's he's alright. He's got a tin opener and he's sticking his finger in it.
But that's the difference between being a parent and being a grandparent, isn't it? Because you get to do stuff like that and not worry too much about the consequences.
Well, but the thing for me is that I think I've always had in my head, trial by fire, teach them. Let them go out and play in the mud and eat slugs and stuff. But then, because that's what I used to do. I was like a little feral wild kid. Yeah. I'd be in the bushes for like 7 hours a day, just digging holes and making mud pies.
Do you not feel that if you stop your kids doing everything, like, and be like, no, don't do that, and no, don't do that, and no, you can't do that, and you can't do that, so they grow up and they're now learning themselves, because I could sit and tell you something to us blue in the face, there's something you would do and learn yourself. So you've got to let them go and do it in a safe environment so they don't turn into teenagers and be like, I'm going to go and do all this stuff.
Yeah, well, see, this is how I think a lot of, like, my friends' parents justified letting us smoke in the house.
Yeah.
But I'd rather them smoke in the house than in the streets. Like, what's the
drinking in the house?
What's the drinking? I understand. Yeah. But like smoking, I don't understand that.
Yeah. Please go in the streets.
Yeah. What's the difference? Do you know what I mean? Drinking in the house, I get, because you can make sure they're not drinking too much. Make sure they're
nobody's falling over. I mean,
they're hydrated.
When we were down at the links, one of the nights, right along at the other side of the links, there was some lassie like on the beach falling about, and some boy tried to pick her up, and then he gave up, and then he come back, and then he gave up, and then he come back again. Oh, this went on for about 35 minutes. And Sean was like, do you think I should go along and help? I was like, no, she's probably about 12. You'll be in front of the bamfy being a paedophile. Like, just leave them to it.
God, well, see, down south I used to do youth work.
Yeah.
And we used to do a thing on a Friday night where we'd go around on bikes to like populous locations where teenagers would be drinking, and make sure they had water, make sure that they were safe, make sure that there was no one like bothering them, the amount of times we were accused of being paedophiles.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Like
we're the only ones that are out here trying to help you, and that's your go-to insult. But they obviously, when they've had a drink, they're a bit fueled up as well, and brave in front of their mates.
You're more confident and you've got a drink in you.
Aye.
Yeah.
So the mother-in-law's been doing a lot of stuff with them. We went to Walk Mill Menagerie. Is the goat place.
Where is it?
It's near New Deer. It's somewhere between like New Deer and New Blythe. It's out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
And it's just great. It's like a little farm, and it's all sort of mostly open.
Yeah.
So there's like an area that's full of like all these trampolines and swings and climbing stuff, and the goats are just running around in there. And they say leave your food outside because they'll see it and they'll just chase you. And then they let you in, and the kids are just free to just play and do what they want. And the goats will be like encouraged to jump up on the trampolines with them.
Oh,
it was mad. Toby was crawling under one trampoline trying to get this other goat out because he was hiding under there. And some like chonky kid got on it and was like jumping and was like smacking on the back of Toby's head. And then there's like another like picnic area that's got like playhouses and slides and little cars you can get in and all sorts of stuff. And there's like a chicken coop. Yeah. There's like a goat jail for all the naughty goats. So like, it said on the side that one of them was stuck in there because he'd been jumping over the fence and nicking someone's picnic.
This is Buttermere Cottage coming up here.
This is where I came with you.
Yeah, this is where you came.
Should we drive into the thing and turn around?
No, I wouldn't because there's guests.
Oh, was there?
Yeah. So this is Buttermere Cottage. It's absolutely lovely. It's like 4 people.
It's so nice inside. It seems 4 people. It is really nice inside. Where are we going to turn around then?
No, we don't. We've got Pier in the Lodges that are up here on the left.
Oh, right, okay. But so they've got all this mad stuff in there. There's like caravans in there. We can do drawing and stuff. It's just really fun, and you can feed all these goats. And I got a selfie with them. I'm going to insert them. I'll insert them into the podcast so you can see me and my goat pal. And me and my smiley little, me and my smiley donkey. He looked like he's got a grin on his face. Where am I going? Left here?
Left here, yeah. Sorry.
And it was just great. There's so many different things for the kids to do. So that was really fun. We were actually also. I forgot what I was going to say. I just had in my head that smiley donkey. And it just took away whatever I was thinking of. Whoa, that is a pothole and a half.
Yeah.
You didn't warn me about that one.
No, sorry.
So what have you been doing to entertain your children?
So we went to Lossy for a week in a friend's caravan, which was fantastic. It's directly in front of the park. This is the lodges.
Whoa.
If you keep driving up.
Can I go in here?
No, in this bit, in the next bit.
Oh,
and you can drive up down and come back down again.
Yeah, we'll do that.
They're stunning, just in here.
This looks amazing.
Now, these are 3-bedroomed up and downstairs lodges, and they're disabled friendly.
Oh, that's so good.
And some of them allow pets, and they're absolutely stunning.
I just love these trees. They remind me of like a horror film, Blair Witch Project. No, but they do, and I love it. I've never been here. I didn't even know these existed.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Island Wonderly Lodges are called.
Look at the beautiful sunset.
Yeah, and there's a pond there. There's a swing you can sit on, and there's a wee play thing over there for the kids.
I'm trying not to turn too far left so the light doesn't blind the viewer, but it is lovely. They're massive as well. They're not lodges, they're houses.
Yeah, they're huge.
It's like something out of like American Pie.
Yeah.
Like that. This is where.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I
House.
mean? Yeah, like the band camp frat house or whatever it was. Where do I go? Left here.
No, you can keep going and then you'll have to turn and go back down.
Ah. What is this? Like a
it's
little...
an aeroplane.
Oh, aye.
And like many benches and a digger bit with sand.
See, I'm guessing these people are staying in the lodge up here. Yeah. I don't want them to think that I'm going in there. Like, why is this random car pulling up to the last lodge where we're staying?
I don't know, you could just disappear up into the woods. We'll come back down in the middle of the night and Blair Witch them.
We used to do that. So there's this old church called, should I turn here?
Turn here, yeah.
So there's this old church called Cold Christmas.
Oh, like the bee thing.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, there's this old church. It was on a place called Cold Christmas Lane.
Yeah.
And it's essentially like a old abandoned church tower
Yeah.
in the woods, and you have to drive down this dark, like, country lane.
Yeah.
Then you have to go behind like a fallen down tree,
Yeah.
walk down the side of this huge field, and then there's just one tower in the middle of nowhere. And the wall was broken in, and you get inside. It's just like a square room.
Yeah.
But then there's a fireplace, and if you crawl through the fireplace, there's a hidden staircase that takes you upstairs.
That's so cool.
And there's all these rumours about, it used to be used for like experimentation on kids and all this mad stuff. Do I go straight and get out?
No, you have to go down there again.
So we used to go there every Halloween and wait until people were up the tower, then throw big rocks at the wall and like make weird noises in the bushes.
Did you ever do a Ouija board?
Not there, but but yeah, it used to freak me out scaring other people because I was getting scared for it. It was that scary.
Oh, I used to watch horror movies to scare myself, right? And since I had Harry, I've not been able to watch them. And the other night, me and Sean decided we'd watch a scary movie to scare ourselves.
What was it?
The Conjuring. And we got 10 minutes in and he fell asleep. And I turned it off. And he's like, oh, what are you doing? And I was like, I've turned it off. You're not even watching it. He's like, I was like, I'm just sitting here with the blinds open in the pitch black. Me asleep. I had to go and turn on all the lights in the house on the way to the bedroom before we even started watching it because I knew what would happen afterwards.
What's the scariest film you've ever seen?
Oh, you're going to laugh, right?
Go on.
The Grudge.
The Grudge?
I watched it, right?
She's blue.
No, it's the one with the wee Chinese boy.
Chinese boy?
And it's like,
Yeah, The Grudge. There's a girl.
Yeah, but there's a wee boy in it as well at some
Remember.
point.
It's been I saw that in the cinema. Yeah, The Grudge.
Yeah.
That's...
It's this noise, and that's what you hear, isn't it? Like the eyes, the back of the throat. Oh,
It's just...
can't cope.
Nah. I quite like... I don't think I've ever been scared by a horror movie. I've been scared by, like, Tomb Raider.
What?
There was a scene where there's, like, the camera's panning through, like, the water towards a boat. And this massive shark just shoots past, and I was like...
Oh, when I was pregnant with Harry, we decided to watch a horror movie to set me off into labour, but it ended up just being Kelly Brook's boofs in the water with fish.
What was it? Is that
scary.
I can't remember what it's called. Is that the one with the slide?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what that's called.
And then I was like, oh, this is crap, turned it off after it finished. Then I put on Family Guy for half an hour. I was like, I'll just watch Family Guy. And Quagmire jumps out of a plane, and I crapped myself, and I was like, screw this, I'm going to bed. Walked through the bedroom, and that was it, in labour.
Quagmire put you in labour. There's actually a scene in Family Guy that made me jump once as well. They're doing like a skiing competition to win back a bear that got sold by mistake, Rupert. And they lose this skiing competition, and they're like, aha, now we get to keep the bear. And Stewie just throws his hot coffee in the little kid's face. But it's like, boom, straight in his face. And it made me jump. Them sort of things make me jump. Horror films
But you
don't.
can watch horror movies. It's
Yeah.
the music and everything. Can you end up sitting with your eyes like that? It's a smaller screen, so you don't get so scared with your fingers in your ears, so you can't hear the music.
Have you ever tried VR?
Oh, no. I would like to. I'll be honest, but a horror movie doing that, I just think...
Because you can get Netflix in VR. Basically, you're in a virtual reality living room with like a 120-inch screen. So it's like you're in a cinema.
Oh,
But it's like really dark and
yeah.
creepy. But
Oh,
nah, I don't. It's hard. Jump scares get me normally, but when
Yeah.
they're horror, I think I know it's coming.
Eyes, you're not
Yeah.
scared, yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to be going to the Aberdeen Science Museum
Yeah.
on Tuesday, just passed. We got there, no spaces. We hadn't pre-booked. So, no, Monday it was. So that was a nightmare. So we were like, oh, we'll go to Innoflate. I was checking out. I was at the checkout, like on the app, on
Yeah.
the website, buying the tickets, and the last ticket sold. So then we were like, oh, we'll go to the cinema. So we booked Space Jam 2.
Oh, yeah.
Bit disappointing.
Yeah, it's not the same as the original, is it?
I really liked the animation. It was very cool. They had a lot of like really cool like 80s and 90s references. They had
Yeah.
like Game of Thrones characters in it and stuff. but LeBron James can't act. It was just a bit embarrassing. I felt embarrassed for him.
Yeah, we've watched it. I wasn't sure. I didn't like it that much, in all honesty. I prefer the original Space Jam, and I think the kids might have as well.
Yeah. It wasn't terrible, it just wasn't great.
Yeah.
They wanted to see The Croods 2, but I've not seen Croods 1, so...
Oh, that's quite a good movie.
Wow. If I'd have seen Croods 1, I might have considered it, but I haven't seen the first one, so
you
I won't.
can't jump in halfway through a story.
But to be fair, I don't even know if the kids have seen Space Jam 1. So I kind of did that to them. But yeah, then we went to the war... No. I'm talking rubbish. We went to... What the hell's the place called? Dice Farmhouse.
Okay.
Have you ever been there?
No.
It's like a Green King pub, so it's like a Weatherspoons-ish type thing.
Yeah.
Right by Dice Airport. And they've got like a ice cream parlour and cake bar. And the cakes, I'm not kidding you, are, I don't want to take my hands off the steering wheel, but probably about that big. They are absolutely massive. They do eclairs, you know, like chocolate eclair, that are like the size of my forearm. They are mental. They got a carvery as well.
Oh, I love a carvery.
Yeah, it's a really good price. I think it's like $6.99 on a weekday. Yeah, or $8.99 on a weekend.
See, it's Adam's birthday next Friday, and we were looking at going to the farm place with the goats.
Oh yeah.
So that
it's a good thing I've told you where it is.
Yeah. You get a message on Friday morning. Where is this place? Yeah, no, because I've seen loads of people have pictures on it on Facebook.
Well, I saw 2 people that I knew there.
Yeah.
So I mean, the word must be spreading, but
yeah.
it is really good. It's reasonably priced as well. It's like £6 each to get in.
We've been I think we've been quite local in all honesty. You know, like Duff House, the beach, the parks, Black Pots quite a few times. It feels like it's been a really hectic summer, but we've got away to Lossy for a week and we've got down to Banflings for a couple of days, and it's just nice to have a bit of time out.
Yeah, definitely.
Donkeys are at Duffy's.
The links.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
We
Donkey
couldn't go on them because the kids are all allergic.
Well, I couldn't have gone because there was a weight limit. Can you imagine that poor donkey be up to his shoulders in the sand? Yeah. Little donkey.
Smiling at you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the donkey I got a picture with, however, was pleased to see me.
Donkey.
Wonky Donkey, what's that from?
It's a book.
Is it?
And there's a video online of the Scottish granny reading it, and it's the Wonky Donkey. It's brilliant.
Oh, I'll have to get that video.
I made a costume for Logan.
For World Book Day.
Yeah, I was Wonky Donkey.
You were?
Logan.
I thought you said you were. I was like, why were you dressing up for World Book Day, you creep?
Just to drop them off.
Hi, I'm the Wonky Donkey. Nice to see you all.
Oh, it was good.
No, the donkeys are a real nice touch.
Yeah.
I think the fair being here and it actually being sunny was a good touch.
Yeah.
Because it's usually pouring.
Yeah.
It's usually pouring.
Traditional, when you come, you get soaked.
But and they were doing like unlimited rides for a tenner or something.
Was it?
Yeah, because I think it was like £2.50 a ride before anyway. But you know, you say you're there when it first opened, you got like a 3-hour time slot, unlimited rides. You'd probably be sick of it after about 3 goes on each of them. But
because I thought it was £10 a band and then £2 a ride after that, and I was like, oh, that's £50 for us to get in before we even get on anything.
No, that was unlimited rides.
Oh, I never took the kids because I thought it was too expensive.
The eldest went, but the younger 2 didn't. Toby would have wanted to go on everything, but couldn't.
Yeah.
Rudy, he's not very good with like sounds and noise.
Yeah.
We found that when we were waiting for to go into the cinema. We were in Cadona's, and he just stood there with his hands over his ears, and he just couldn't handle it. So yeah, he wouldn't have liked it. So we just let the eldest one. He went, but yeah, so that was pretty good. There's been some pretty.
The town's busy.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice and busy.
It's quite good to see the amount of. If you go down, like, if we've got time, we'll go down towards the links and try and get the sunset there. But the amount of like mobile, like what are they called?
Mobile homes.
Camper vans, motorhomes. That's the one.
Mobile homes.
mobile homes. Yeah. No, the amount of caravans just parked up. But no, the amount I've seen. A trailer
park.
But the amount I've seen parked up has been great. There must be a lot of people coming to the area.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it'll be a good way to sort of showcase everything we've got.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be a good way for people to spread the word. Say, I went up to this place that I've never been before.
Lovely.
Are we technically on the North Coast 500?
No, we're not.
Because
I
think
it's the other side of Scotland.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know anything about it, to be honest.
It doesn't go this side. It bypasses. It goes
Inverness, having more to Inverness. Yeah, I thought so.
And up and about, and it's lovely. But there's a thing called the NC 250, which we're on, which is this side, I think.
But the thing is, I suppose, for tourists, if you're going to drive all the way up here from, say, I don't know, Manchester, you might as well do the 500.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? You're not going to want to come all the way up here to do half of it.
Yeah.
Or do the 250.
A lot of people, I think a lot of people's eyes have been open to like the beauty of this country, and like the NC 500 has become a big focal point for the country.
Oh, definitely.
Good. Like, there's been loads of people on TikTok with their videos of the countryside and water and stuff.
Some of the videos I've seen of Scotland on TikTok, you'd think it was another world.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
where
is that? Yeah. Because, I mean, this is beautiful, but some of the stuff I've seen is insane.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine a whole coast that's as nice as Tillare.
Yeah.
I've been mind blown by some of the stuff I've seen. I mean, what's there left coming up? Because kids go back in like, what, a week and a half, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So.
School clothes shopping?
Oh, God.
Everybody needs to go into that. We're doing that tomorrow.
Well, to be honest, I'm kind of a bit gutted because when Brody was going up to the academy for the 3 weeks before the holidays, so we bought all his school stuff and they didn't have uniform then. And then we got an email saying that they're not wearing uniform for the first term or whatever. So by the time he's growing at such a rate, by the time it gets to his actual putting uniform on, it's not going to fit him.
Well, see, 2 years ago we bought the uniform in anticipation at the beginning of the summer, thought we'd be super organised, bought the uniform, bought the bags with their names on them and everything, right?
Do you want them to get bullied? Oh, this is primary school.
Yeah.
That's right. I was going to say, I thought you were talking about for secondary school then.
Well,
right, do you not send them with a name, with a bag with a name printed on it?
Well, we could do because it said Henry, but we never noticed till the night before school. And when we put the clothes on, they grew over the summer so they didn't fit. So I had to be like, Mum, could you please go and do a run to Huntley Asda and find a t-shirt or something the kids can wear for the first day?
So you're waiting until the last minute this time?
Yeah.
School uniform's very important because it breaks down that class barrier.
Yeah, the designer stuff.
Yes, so some kids got designer clothes and wearing like the fanciest shoes, and I think it puts social pressures on young people to dress in the best clothes, and it puts then pressure on the parents who might not be able to afford it. And I think it's kind of, I know that I don't see what the point in them not wearing uniform is. That's what I get, to be honest. I mean, I suppose it encourages parents to make sure their clothes are changed every day.
Well, when I moved up here, so the school I came from, if you didn't have like your tie on or anything like that, or the part of the uniform wasn't right, they paid for the taxi to take you home to fix it and bring you back again. Like, they were so stringent about it. And when we were moving up here, my papa took us by the academy to see the school we were going to, and it was like empty doors time, and everybody was walking out in their clothes, and I couldn't stop crying because I was like, what kind of school is it if they don't wear uniform? Because that's what I'd been, because you get dressed and ready to go to school to learn, and you're dressed for that, you know, and then
how times have changed.
I know. But they're back to wearing uniform again though, I think.
I don't know. So hopefully they are, but I know that in the academy that they haven't been. I just don't know what the benefit in this pandemic is to not wearing uniform.
Well, because surely it would be the same clothes and about the same people. Let's I don't know, I can't figure that out.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. The academy's doing some really amazing things in the radio as well with kids and things, so that you like leaving for job prospects and apprenticeships and working with local businesses and stuff.
Yeah, I think the academy has come on leaps and bounds from what, like, when I first moved up here, I heard. Yeah. I didn't hear horror stories, to be honest, but I'd heard that it's improved a lot since then. And I don't know. I think, like the hub, I think they work with the school, and the school can make referrals to people that might need their help. And I'm hoping that one of the ladies from the hub's going to come on, and we'll be able to just grill them about it. Yeah. I was being a bit nosy and asking all sorts of questions when I was there, but it'd be good to get it all on.
It's needed though, isn't it? Like, I don't think that people realise the impact, or just in general how, like, sometimes you're just like one day away from, you know, you can like have money and be fine, and then one day you're like, oh no, like, we're really not here, like, how are we going to get help? And just having somebody who can help you, or somewhere you can go, makes all the difference, and you appreciate it.
I don't know whether I'm going deaf in one ear or you're getting quieter.
Sorry.
But it's
getting to that time of night. I'm turning off. You see me.
I heard the other day that they spent £37 billion on the track and trace app. £37 billion, which is twice what they would need to fix the homelessness problem in the whole of the UK. And it's because...
That's sad.
It is sad. But I think it's because they were obviously backed into a corner. They didn't know what to do, and they thought this will be the solution. And it's been nothing but a problem.
So
I think.
Does everybody have to take to the streets and shout and scream about the poverty in the country for them to do something about it?
I've got no idea, but I think something like 5% of the country have the NHS app installed. So they've spent £37 billion developing the app, and only 5% of the country are using it, and it's just causing chaos.
It's pinging people when they live next door to each other and everything, classing it as close contact.
I think the statistic was also, as well as curing twice what you need to solve the homelessness issue in the UK, that was enough to put 2 PS5s in every household in the whole country. 37 billion could put 2 PS5s in every household in the whole country. Now, that is bad. I would rather have 2 PS5s than an app.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much.
It doesn't work, right?
Well, that's it. But I think there needs to be proactive approaches to solving problems. Yeah. And I think that's what drew me to the hub. I don't know how we even got onto the NHS app, but it was something to do with money. But I think the hub is a real good start. I think it's such a great asset, and
there's
I think it should.
There's a toy bank as well, isn't there?
I think they work with the toy bank, but I don't know too much about it. Are you familiar? Do you know much about it?
Yeah, because Gillian, she's involved in both, isn't she? McBain.
Yeah, I know who you're about. I didn't.
The hub and the toy bank.
Oh, she?
Aye.
So what? Tell me about the toy bank. What do you know?
So they get donations in for toys and things, and then at Christmas time they open up and people can go and pick things who can afford things necessarily for their kids, and it's free to go and pick up things. Yeah,
I think that was part of what she was talking about when she was talking about this Christmas dinners that they arranged. Yeah. It was like a reverse advent calendar, they called it, and they got local businesses to donate. They had like John Stewart's donated like trimmings for turkeys and turkeys, one of the two, I can't remember. Yeah. And this is why we need them on.
Yeah.
I'm not doing them justice.
There's so much more to it.
Yeah, I'm not doing them any justice. There was so much information I had to take in. I think that it's going to be important to hear it from their mouth. So we'll stop talking about them because I want them to be able to give themselves the real get their real story across. But
can we turn up the heating a wee bit?
Are you cold?
I'm going to end up with stiff nips.
You do realise you can control your own side?
Can I?
Yes. You know, you said you like fiddling with the buttons in a car?
I know, but sometimes this car is, well, like...
I don't give a shit what you do on your side.
What, so your side stays cold?
Yeah.
Your side heats up?
Yes.
Oh!
Do you not have that in your car?
I don't know. I've not paid that much attention to my car because I can't drive it. The day we got it, I lost my license. Watched Sean drive it with tears in my eyes. I was like,
oh, my new car.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So, yeah, climate control, dual climate control. It's in most cars these days. Look for 2 knobs and twiddle one of them.
Yeah, there is 2. There is 2 in our car. I didn't realise that's what it's for.
What did you think it was for?
Oh, I thought it was to like equal the temperature. Yeah.
You're a strange.
Just did not put enough thought into that at all.
No, definitely.
Dolphins, Chris, look!
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll pull over with that.
Can you face the car in and see if we can see?
I don't know if I
Did
could.
you see that?
I didn't, because I was driving.
Sorry.
But where?
Look,
How far
just
out?
like there. There was one quite
Just
close, aye. And then there was one further out. There, look, see it up the back.
Oh, yeah. By the back of those rocks.
Yeah, there was one closer than that. Sorry, I got really excited.
I know, you made me jump.
Dolphin!
Hopefully we'll see some more.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are we talking about? I've got no idea now. Look at that sun though.
Oh,
It's
this
beautiful.
is just stunning, isn't it?
It's so nice, and there's no abundance of camper vans.
No.
There's no people running around.
No.
It's just chilled. I'd feel confident. I could open the window and still hear each other
Yeah.
talk. But I mean, it's not necessarily bad when it's packed. It's nice to
No.
see it busy.
There's something about the noise of the sea as well that makes it like really relaxing.
Oh yeah,
I just love walking past the sea.
yeah.
I find it really calming.
Have you seen the rocks that the guy's been doing down here?
Yeah.
The big stacks of stones.
Yeah. How do they stay up when the waves come in? The sea comes in. Or
Gravity, dear.
the tide comes in.
Gravity. I don't think the sea comes in that far
Oh, okay.
because these are like right here. So
No, I know you're saying gravity, but waves can pull down mountains.
yeah, I know, but I mean, gravity is what keeps them in place,
Yeah.
and then the tide isn't coming in far enough to hit them.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
but the tide
Yeah.
sort of must be stopping where that water is. You see?
Yeah. Ah, okay.
There's loads of them though.
Yeah. They're cool, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, somebody paddleboarding.
I was about to say surfing. It's surfing, isn't it? With a paddle. Is that what it is? Paddleboarding.
That's paddleboarding, yeah.
I don't know.
It's not
Do I look like I'm going to be paddleboarding anytime soon? I tried skateboarding once. My balance is so bad. I nearly broke my neck. Sometimes I fall over trying to put my trousers on. Look at that.
I know that Sandend's really busy with surfers and things as well.
Sandend is beautiful. We're going to have to
Yeah.
go there one day and
Well,
just go
yeah.
down. I just love going around there. This would be the perfect time to do it as well.
Yeah.
So I imagine it'd look beautiful, but
Yeah.
I'm not going there now. It's past my bedtime.
There's a beer with your name on it.
There is a beer with my name on it. So yeah, I think for the next time we meet,
Yeah.
we should do a drink roulette.
Okay.
So what we'll do, we'll both buy each other a drink that we think we'd like based on our conversations that we've had. So obviously we've spoken a lot. We've never really spoke about drinks.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes, I was supposed to guess.
you just got to guess based on personality.
Okay.
What you think. So don't confirm or deny, but I think you would be quite boring. I think you're like I think Dr. Pepper's probably spicy for you. Do you know what I mean? Good weekend. I'll have Dr. Pepper, push the boat out.
Yeah, I don't like Dr. Pepper.
Do not. Good thing I weren't going to buy that, was it? What sort of thing would you reckon would catch my attention?
Probably something with a lot of different flavours. Or a strong flavour.
What do you mean by that? What
Oh, you know, like
constitutes a strong flavour? Let's see if we can get.
diluting juice doesn't have a strong flavour.
Depends how much diluted juice you put in it. Look at that. It's just
Um,
beautiful, isn't it?
But like,
You scared the dolphins off of your screaming.
yeah, I did. You know, like a fancy cappuccino or something. Yeah, they're up there.
How are you going to bring me a cappuccino?
Well, that's what I was thinking when you were saying a drink. Like,
No,
we're
but
quite
like-
limited. We don't have a coffee bottle. There's
It'd have to have a cold.
Starbucks.
It'd have to be a cold drink or something that you can buy in a sealed carton.
Yeah, well, you can go to the coffee machine, the Costa machine, the Mace.
That's not you bringing me a surprise drink. That's you saying, can you drive me up to the coffee machine so I can buy a coffee and give it to you as a surprise? That doesn't count. You need to pre-buy it. So next time you're at the shop and you're like, I think you'd like that.
Right.
You need to buy it and bring it with you.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I get it.
I explained it to you before we were on camera.
But I thought
what did you think I was all about?
I actually thought like cocktails and cappuccinos.
Oh yeah, I'll just have a whiskey sours while I'm driving about. No, I'm talking about any, like, you can buy all sorts in a carton. You can buy iced coffees, you can buy you can buy all sorts. Think outside the box.
Okay.
I'm gonna buy you one of those, like, is it called Le Pomme? It's like pomegranate juice.
Oh, I like that.
Do you?
I'm
not gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy you.
I actually just drink diluted juice all the time.
Well, I'm gonna
black coffee.
Well, then I'm gonna get you something that I don't think you've ever had before, then, and then we'll see if you like it.
Okay.
Because if you're not one to go out and try, don't tell me you don't drink fizzy juice though.
I drink Diet Coke.
That's not.
I don't
not giving
drink
you Diet Coke.
juice.
I'll try not to get you full fat one. I'll find something interesting.
Leaves that layer in your teeth.
Full fat Coke does.
Uh-huh.
Do you prefer Coke or Pepsi if you had to have one?
If I had to have one.
Yeah.
I probably just like them both equally. I'd rather have a diet.
See, I do drink diet, but I do have a cheeky guilty pleasure for a Pepsi.
Well, like, you know when you go to McDonald's you get cola, but when you go to KFC you get Pepsi. I really couldn't tell the difference because it's all just watery ice, isn't it?
Yeah. The syrup machine's never full up.
No, they're like, oh, we don't have Coke, we've got Pepsi. You're like, oh, whatever. It's the diet version.
Well, in KFC you get cherry Pepsi Max.
Do you?
Yeah, have you never seen it? Yeah. So you get Pepsi Max, which is what I'd probably get out of the choices.
Yeah.
And then you get cherry Pepsi Max. I think they do it in Subway as well.
Oh, see, I don't like Subway. I think they're glorified sandwiches and I could make that at home.
They are glorified sandwiches, but they're glorious glorified sandwiches.
You can make that at home. Like, surely if you get for
You can make a cheeseburger at home.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of effort. A sandwich is no effort.
Not if you get every salad, then you feel like you've got your money's worth. I literally get everything apart from tomatoes. They're like, jalapenos? I'm like, shove her on. Yeah, I get everything apart from... What? If you don't eat Subway, I can't even ask you what you'd get.
No, there's no point. I don't like it. It's glorified sandwiches.
It is not glorified. It's sandwiches. They don't pretend to be anything other than sandwiches.
I don't see the point of driving all the way to Elgin or all the way to Aberdeen and you take me to Subway. Like, I could stay at home and have a sandwich. Like, take me somewhere where you're going to get something I don't make it home.
They don't pretend to be anything other than sandwiches.
No, I know that. They're glorified because they're just like bigger sandwiches, aren't they?
They're subs.
With nice bread.
They're called Subway. It's a sub.
Yeah, but I could get a baguette and cut the sub size.
Oh my! It's not the same. It's not the same. It's like when your mum says, the ice cream man comes and your mum says, we've got ice creams in the freezer. And it's just a choc ice. That's not the same. Do you know what?
I used to tell my kids that when the ice cream van made that noise, that was
because they were out of ice cream. You're such an arsehole.
It was only last year that they realised I was talking rubbish.
We were out and we said, do you want an ice cream? And Toby goes, we've got ice creams at home. We're like, good attitude, mate. Good attitude.
You're going to go far.
Right. He's going to be the penny pincher, isn't he?
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, I caught Rudy going through my jeans the other day, taking my money out.
See, that's clever.
It's not clever. He's there robbing my money.
Do you know, like, when you see those bits of their personality coming through and you're like, oh, you're getting a bit of fire about you. I like that.
That's my boy.
I like it when they answer back to me, even though I tell them that they shouldn't be and get them into trouble for it. There's a wee bit inside me like, oh, I'm proud of you.
When they say something and I'm like,
yeah.
You're a bad boy. Like, you have to look away. Oh, God.
Walking into different rooms and laughing a minute later.
Oh, it's sometimes you can't help it with Toby.
No.
Sometimes he says stuff and I'm like, you're bad. And I'm like crying. Oh, my eyes are burning. I'm like, don't laugh at him. Oh, God. Well,
that's been fun.
see you next week.
Yeah.